And we are live. Hello, Ron. Happy Wednesday.
It is. Happy Wednesday, Jeff. Thanks.
Happy Wednesday. Yes, indeed.
And hello, kids.
Yeah. Hey, how's everybody doing out there?
Yeah.
Looks like Sam was the first one in. He's been really doing a lot of stuff lately. Whoops. What did I do here?
What kind of stuff?
Sam has been. He's been the first one in everybody's chat. And I think everybody in the fish family is like, oh, Sam's been in here. I mean, he doesn't stay, but he comes in, and I think he gives a thumbs up and takes off.
And goes into, I like his banner. It's his dog looking straight up at the, that's nice.
Yep. Yeah. But, so yes, how was your week since,
well,
you've had some things happen, right? You almost,
yeah.
Toe?
Yeah. I kicked my wife's concrete turtle the other day. It was obviously misbehaving, so I had to give it a good swift one. No, I cut a corner on the front walk, and she's got her little concrete turtle out there, and pow! I'm lucky I didn't end up on my nose. Hey, Peter, and Jody, and Christopher.
Ooh.
I think I broke a toe out of the deal. So, but anyway, it's healing. So anyway. Yeah, life's good. Got a little bit going in the fish room. I finally got a video together. I just got to make a thumbnail now and put it up. I started putting it together yesterday. I use Camtasia, and I got an error message, and I kept getting an error message. And finally, I went to do what you do is reboot. That didn't help, and I tried to uninstall it and reinstall it. It's like it was never there. So I had to go all the way through the whole thing. So anyway, that's my whining for,
So I heard you mention Jody P. and Christopher Junk, and I just now pulled my chat up on my phone because I got this on full screen.
Yeah.
So I can see you. And hello, everybody. Welcome in. Good to see you. Jeff Howard, the Bimaculatas, they're doing great. They are doing great. They've been eating, I haven't gotten any frozen food for them, but I've been giving them live baby brine shrimp.
Right. Hi, Drew.
Like every other day because I only have one hatchery. So it takes down here, and I don't use a heater, so it takes about 30 hours.
Yeah, even in the garage, it takes that long, and it's warm.
Oh.
So, it's still like, that's about,
I think 24 hours is optimistic, really, I think.
Yeah, I think so, too. I agree. Maybe different brine, different, I don't know, what kind do you use?
I get mine from Aquatic Foods. It's on eBay.
Is it the 1 pound coffee can?
No, I get it's like a 4-ounce jar.
Okay.
I think it was like $10. It's really good stuff. It's 90% hatch rate.
Yeah,
and I see very little of the floating shells.
Yeah.
So the Mbunas eat those. If I do, I just put those right in the tank, and they haven't gone within a matter of minutes.
I did motion at the front door.
Uncle Smiley, hello. Mike is here. Blanket, hello, and lurking.
I did have
Drew, hello, Drew. It's aquatic.
A batch of baby brine shrimp that I started to hatch, and I do this more often. And it's like 3 days later, it's like, oh shit, I got the baby brine shrimp out of there, and they're all pretty much like low tide. So down the drain and start over. So I need to set an alarm or a reminder or something because, hi, Ed.
Yes, we see Uncle Smiley in also. We have Ed Aquatics and Exotics. Drew's here. Hey, Jeff and Ron. Hello.
Weed eating. Yeah, isn't that a great job there, Jody? I hate that. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. It is hot. Take a break. Have something cold to drink.
Yeah, I got to restring my weed eater. You know what I miss? The old vertical blade Briggs & Stratton edger. I would kill for one of those.
Jonathan Coleman and Magnus is here.
Hi, Jonathan.
You know, Sam, you were first. I seen it. Congratulations.
I would like one of those that was, I don't know if electric could do it or not, but I mean, it's a big unit too. So I used the string trimmer to edge with along the sidewalk, along the concrete, the driveway, hate it. Absolutely hate it. Yeah, I like mowing. Yes, agreed.
That's my job today after the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Mow the yard.
too late in the day for that. And there's a truck and a trailer and a bobcat on the trailer sitting out front. They were in the backyard for a little bit. I don't know what they're planning on doing. Yesterday, they were blowing gunite all day.
Blowing what?
It's called gunite. They actually finished chipping all the plaster off the swimming pool.
Oh wow!
Right, and they got the steel, the rebar all framed because we put. It's called a tanning shelf. So at one end of the pool, it's only about this deep of water, about 8 or 9 inches of water. So you can put a lawn chair in it. There's a hole for an umbrella. Yeah, that's really cool. Nice. And then they sloped the rest of the pool down towards the center because it was just all deep. The whole thing was deep. So they rearranged the bottom of the pool. And then, so gunite it's a cementatious material that they blow in, right? There's a big hose, like 6-inch in diameter. And there's a water hose attached to it. Never seen it done until yesterday. And I think what they do out of a big hopper truck, they just feed this stuff into another hopper that blows it. They're cementatious. You like that?
Yeah, Sam knows that word. Look at cementatious.
Yeah, you even spelled it right.
Wow.
Yes. So anyway, so they blow this stuff through at high pressure, and then mix water with it, and it packs. It's almost like a dry pack. And then they trowel up the high fish family. They trowel up the sides, and then they slowly build up this.
I spelled Linky wrong. I spelled Lonky. Yeah. Sorry about that. Hello, Linky. Welcome in.
Then they slowly built up that tanning shelf area because that's like 4 feet of concrete, 4 feet deep. So it's kind of a mess. I'm not sure how fast it cures. I got a feeling it's pretty quick, but they've still got to do the other half of the pool, the sides and the bottom at the so-called deep end. So it's been fun. Hello. Hey, Munchie. So it's been fun. It's been noisy. So I'll be glad when it's over and I get my air conditioner back about the time I don't need it.
I was going to ask you, Ron, have you ever seen a channel on here called Fish Wit?
No.
Well, there's a gentleman, he's in California. Okay. He did his very first live stream today.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
And I was the only one in his chat from here, but he got such a fantastic fish room. I said, I invited him over onto not today, of course, he can't do it today because he's
Greg. Yeah.
I was going to have him come over and Jason's on this Sunday, so I gave him the email. So, and then
I wish you should have reached out to me. Yeah.
I'd like to have him over and hey, Greg, welcome in. And
Lance.
Yep, the fish. Yeah, that's it. The fish wish list.
Yeah, you should have reached out to me. I'd have popped in for a while too to give him an extra little support.
Well, I just kind of, it was his very first one, and I wasn't doing anything, and I just kind of caught me,
sure,
right at the moment. So I went ahead and did that.
Fish what?
Hello, Munchie.
F wish list.
Yep.
Just F wish list.
Is Asia? Fish Wit is Asia. Okay. Yeah, this is a gentleman that lives over in California.
Oh, F wish list. All right, here we go.
Oh, sure said I would have sent it to you. Sent it too. Yes, I will next time. I mean, I didn't. It was like basically out of the blue. He didn't plan it. He just did a pop up.
All right, he's got 861 subs.
Yep, he's been around a while.
So let me pull up a short and click on it. And it's all muted, so hit the like button, give him a quick pretty fish.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
fish.
fish.
He's got a beautiful fish room, though.
Yeah.
He resealed a 75-gallon tank out on his front porch. And in his garage, he has 2 brand new 125s. He's got to get down to his fish room and get them set up. I was like, wow, this guy's really cooking right along. He's already bred his apistos.
Very cool.
He also has a bimaculata. He just got some bimaculatas in his fish room. So I was like, wow. I said, oh, I got those too. It's kind of a really interesting.
Did he happen to say what part of California he's in?
No, he didn't. He did not. But I'm sure we could find out. I could always email him and find out. I closed a deal on a new koi today, 26-inch Tancho Kohaku. Oh, wow.
Wow.
So now the Tanchos don't have the red spot on their head. The Tanchos have the red spot, so and it's also Kohaku.
Huh. Hey, TK.
TK is in the house. Hey, TK, how are you?
Michael, how are you? And who am I missing?
I'm I don't usually do that. I'm afraid to ask you what you got that for, Magnus, because that's a huge fish.
I know, that's dinner for 4. Kidding.
Oh, that's Asia right there. That's the other channel, right? You have F Wish list.
Hi,
Tiffany.
Yeah, F Wish list is right here.
I'm sorry.
F Wish list. I'm putting that in the chat right now.
Oh, great, thank you.
But what's the other one?
Oh, red spot on a white fish. Oh, beautiful.
Fish with.
Yep, fish.
Oh, that's the Instagram page.
What's that?
That's the Instagram.
Well, that's Instagram right there. He has a few different medias. He has of course, YouTube.
I don't spend much time on Instagram. I managed to build that up to 2,000 really quickly. And then I just walked away from it. I hardly go there anymore. And people message me there. Family messages me there. I tell them, don't do that. It's just because I hardly ever look.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
I like that better than Discord myself because I don't go on Instagram as much.
Right.
YouTube, of course. But works for the co-op. Oh, okay. It's a different one. This one is F Wish list. He's a Caucasian American living in California. Not that it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that he's not Asian. There's nothing wrong with that either. Huh?
What was that one? The last one you said? What's his handle? Fish what?
Fish Wit is the other one. He's his name is. Sam says he's Asia. Fish Wit, not Fish List. Sorry, yeah, Fish Wit. WITT. That's another one. He was more.
Is it an underscore or no? Just leave that part out.
I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. I've never been to Fish. I'm pretty sure I'm subbed to Fish Wit, but is a girl named Asia. Oh, a girl. Oh, yeah. So I may not be subbed to her yet. Possibly.
None of those sounded familiar. I'm not finding it.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't mean diddly, though. I'm just not finding it. So.
Oh, I see. He was more interested in finding a good home for his fish than big money, so I could never afford it otherwise. Yeah, I bet they're really expensive. A koi that size, I bet they're into the hundreds of dollars.
Oh, aren't big koi into the thousands of dollars?
They might even be in thousands, yeah. I know that, Cece, she used to have koi, and she would get hers directly from Japan, and she would pay, I think she said it was into the thousands for some of them.
Yeah. I remember once upon a time, she had suggested that if anybody ever needed help with paperwork, for importing fish, she could help. So I guess she's done it before. Maybe that's what she does. Yeah, Magnus is saying no, thousands. Yeah,
thousands. Okay, yeah, thousands. That's what he was thinking. Also, yeah. I didn't know for a fact, but then Ron mentioned the thousands, and then I remember that Cece was talking about thousands from her Japanese koi that she got.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you got a great deal then, didn't you, Magnus? You got a nice new fish, and it didn't cost you an arm and a leg. Awesome. Oh, she works with Corey. Ah, okay.
So does, what's her name? Elaine?
No, it's I know what you're talking about.
Irene.
Who?
Irene.
Irene. That's right. Yes.
I can't remember her handle though.
She is, I can't think of the name of her channel. I've been subbed to her forever.
Oh, okay. There's no content there though, Mike. It's two T's, WHITT.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I'll put the link in the. Oh, Mike's got the link in the chat. So,
yeah, that's.
If you want to go to that channel, just hit the subscribe button and make it 32 or something. So,
Asia. Irene is no longer there. Oh, Tank Girl. That's it. Tank Girl.
Irene, I know stepped back for a while. She had some health issues, but I had seen something where she had come back. She had come back fairly recently in the last few months. I don't know if she's sticking with it. Maybe she's still got health issues. And Tank Girl is not Irene. No, they're two different people.
Yeah. They're different.
Got it.
Oh, Tank Girl is not Irene.
Got it.
Girls something fish. I think it's Girls something fish. I can't remember the actual.
Girl Talks Fish.
Girl Talks Fish. That's it.
Yeah,
I knew it was Girls and Fish. I didn't know the Talks.
I think that was also Irene's channel, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what Girl Talks Fish is her channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I liked her. She had some cool stuff. Seemed like a nice lady.
Yep.
Somewhere in Colorado, I believe.
Yep. She was good. She did have some information that I found that was a little different, but
yeah.
You know, but that's what our on the description today or on the banner.
Right.
Is about the differences and stuff. But it's about how people do stuff with their aquariums, and it's just because it might not be right for us, it can be right for them.
Yeah, I think the only reason it might not be right is if all your fish are dying. Maybe you need to rethink something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
there's probably as many ways to do things as there are fish keepers. So,
but I think a lot of times too, like one of the biggest things that I've ever seen arguments over on the internet is the amount of water change that somebody does.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got to do
if you don't need to do them every day.
I do 20%, and I'm fine with that. But somebody, that's not enough. That's not enough. They'll tell me. I'm like, well, my fish are doing great. They're breeding.
Yeah.
The tank is clear.
How's that saying go? The proof is in the pudding.
What was that again?
The proof is in the pudding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I was like, well, I beg to ask you, what am I doing wrong? Because all my fish are doing great.
Yeah, Nick, keeping fish simple, his fish room at his house, he water changes, I think, daily.
Oh, wow.
It's all set up. The tanks are all drilled. So he opens the water. They come up to the overflow. They run out for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So, and then he goes through and he's got to, dechlor them all individually.
Mm-hmm.
But, that works for him. Yeah. I wish I had that kind of setup.
Yeah, David has that kind of setup.
Yeah. Well, they're not all drilled, are they, for overflow?
His are all on an automatic water change. Every one of them. I
didn't realize that. Yeah.
He does everything automatically. He doesn't do any manual. I mean, he'll go in and clean like glass or something if he has to, but water change, it's all automated. I mean, I do all mine. I have to drain them in buckets.
Right.
Take it to the sink, dump them. But I have a hose that I go around and fill them up, and then I dechlor it that time.
Yeah, I can just drag it out the front lawn, so I got that much gravity working for me, and that works. But I would love to have to where I can open a valve, hits the overflow, comes out. Right now, I've got tanks in the garage that are 4 inches low from evaporation. So I really need to get my backside out there and do some stuff. And even if it's not water change, just top them off, some fresh water. And I know that, the TDS is, actually increase. Okay, maybe so. Not too concerned about that though.
Did you see? Chris Stubbing's video today on his crebensis?
I did. Yes, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? I had to share it on my page also. That was so cool. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you, my friend. I loved your video. Crebensis. Oh, by the way, I was going to mention to you, I got the females moved over to the 55.
Right.
And what I think is another female from the 20, I'm going to move one of the males over. And I have they're pleco caves, but they're big. I mean, they're for like a larger pleco.
Right.
And I'm putting that in there for them. See how that goes. I mean, rather than having to buy another Pisto hut or a coconut shell or something.
Yeah. What are those caves made out of? Are they ceramic?
They're made out of the caves are made out of the same terracotta-like material.
Yeah.
And they're I got them from Bob Kaler. He sent that with the care package, that big box.
Yeah.
I can't believe all the stuff that he sent me. I got air-driven breeder boxes. I got specimen containers that you hang on the side of your tank. Really nice stuff. And another thing he sent me that saved me was upstairs in my Black Molly tank.
Right.
The hang-on back filter's been on there forever. Something happened to the impeller. Anyway, it bent, and it doesn't work anymore. So I unplugged it. And so then I got one of his pumps. He has these air pumps. They're large. They have the two connections. So I have running two air sponge filters in that tank. And it's already doing a great job. And I was like, wow, that saved me.
Yeah.
Even though I do have other hang-on back, I just don't want to use them all. I mean,
right.
I'm in the process of DHOBing the fish room. So, but Dr. Ted, hey, Dr. Ted Coletti's in the house.
Yep. Hello, Dr. Ted, howdy.
Good to see you. Mr. Fishbird, good evening. So we got it scheduled for the 16th, was it, Ron? Next Wednesday we're scheduled.
Wait, what month am I supposed to be in? June?
Yes. Well, today's the 11th, right? So
shouldn't it be the 21st? That's a Saturday.
The 21st is a Saturday. That's our auction.
Oh, I thought that's what you were asking for. I'm sorry. What was the question?
No, next Wednesday is the 16th. 17th, 18th. Or is it the 15th?
It's one of the day. The 11th. Next Wednesday is the 18th.
Oh, the 18th. Thank you so much. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. And he redid his fish room, and he's going to do a tour for us.
Oh, very cool. How you doing, Rob? It's been a while, pal. I'm so committed to Matten filters. You know, I've seen those. I think the first time I'd ever seen Matten filters was Adrian's fish room. Yep.
Matten filters, yes.
Yeah. And yeah, call me Gabe there, Chris.
I've seen the Mattens at Swiss Tropical.
Yeah.
They're a good company. Swiss
Tropical.
Let's see, here we go. I'm sure you can get them.
I get that, Rob. Busy with life. No kidding. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I saw Ted's comment about motivation and what was the other part? Energy or no? I like to think about things like motivation and discipline.
If I said I change my water weekly, I'd be a liar.
Me too.
If a tank needs it, I kind of look at it like if the tank is really doing great, everybody's, I don't wait for a problem to do it, but I'm just saying if it starts looking a little bit dingy or something, I'll do it.
Right. Yeah. I'll try and get to about every 10 days or so just because that's the way it works out for me. Every week to 10 days. Very often it's closer to the 10-day mark. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, and there's been times where all I was able to do was just drag the garden hose in there and top them off. And that I figured that's better than a sharp stick and eye. So when you see how
Dr. Ted's making a very valid point about the Mattens. I seen that also was great for shrimp. If you have a Matten filter in your shrimp tank, you want to feed them.
Yeah, And I've also seen where plants start to attach into them. Like Java fern and other plants, they start to grow into them. I think that's just such a cool look too. You got this live wall on the back of the aquarium, I guess it's usually on the end. Those tanks seem like they're put in long ways, and you're looking through the length of the tank. Yeah, I have none, Rob, no mountains at all. It took me a while to get the principle, and I saw Adrian do a how-to on them, and then I understand, and it's really a simple process. Yeah, I've got a couple weeks back, I don't know, in the last month or so, Jeff did some stuff on cleaning out and sort of resurrecting sponge filters. The holes at the bottom get clogged. Well, I've got one in my crevensis tank, right? It's one of the large ones. And I went to pull it out yesterday to clean it, and I haven't done it in a while. And I could barely get it out of the tank because right hanging down over it is the root end of both a philodendron and a pothos, completely rooted into the sponge, right? And so I managed to cut all the roots off to get the sponge out. And then when I opened it up, those little holes at the bottom, they were all full of roots. So it wasn't calcium, it was roots that packed them in. So,
Yeah, Swiss Tropical is on the on a sidewall.
Okay, so that's a long piece of
no, it does the on the side. So I think Dr. Ted has his in the bigger one. What they do is let me show you here, Ron. Like at the end of the tank.
Yeah.
They'll be like from here. Like from here, it'd be the Matten filter, about this.
Right.
2 or 3 inches thick, and then back here is where they'd have the air-driven thing that comes out through a hole.
Right.
You put your heater back there too. It
Sure.
kind of makes it nice there.
Sure. And that's handcrafted. Hello, Jackie. Yeah. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, it's feed me in and I will show it live. Ted's asking. Jeff?
Feed me in and I will show it live. Oh, let's have Dr. Ted come in, huh? Shall we?
Please.
Let's do that. One moment. I'm going to grab this link here and copy. Here we are, Dr. Ted, coming right up. There we go.
Whoops.
Excellent. Hi, Crafting. Budgie Mama, hello.
Oh, cool.
Welcome.
Hello, Crafting Budgie Mama. Mama. And I guess when I say sidewalls, yeah, I'm thinking sides of the long sides and ends of the skin, the narrow. But I get it. I understand. Don't forget to hit that. Yeah, we appreciate that very much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, please. I think to be able to chat, Jeff, do you have it set up where you have to subscribe?
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
Do goldfish in stock tanks eat algae?
I bet they do.
I'll bet some do for sure, huh? Swiss Tropicals. Geek Boy, what's up, bud?
Hi, Geek Boy. Welcome in. Yes, I've been looking at their stuff. It's nice stuff. I mean, they even make different type sponge filters, like a tower.
Oh, man.
Stuff. We could actually
have not been to this
show them. Oh, it says Dr. Ted, it says your device is not connected. Let's see, add to stage. There we are. Let's put you on the big screen, eh?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
We're doing great. Good to see you, Dr. Ted. Oops. Did that work?
God, I have not been to Swiss Tropicals in a long time. It's like
I did something wrong here.
Is that working there?
Recognize the name. Yep, there you are.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Well, how are you? You're in Maryland, aren't you?
So I'm going to see if I could show the camera here.
Okay.
What's that?
You're in Maryland, aren't you?
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
No, you're there you go.
Am I in? Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I can see you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
It's kind of a sketchy stream, or maybe that's at my end.
See if
Oh,
I
it
can.
might be. It looks like it might be lagging just a bit. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
frozen.
I'm back here again. Let me just try to.
All
Let me
right.
just try
Take
to
your
change
time.
my router here.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Oh yeah. Let me just change my router. Here we go. Hold on a second.
All right. Tub Pond Handbook and Jeff. Yes, yes, we are the fan club.
Well,
Yeah.
I am a
Okay. So
member of your fan club. You see, I'm a member of your fan club, so that's why that's
we
there.
appreciate that.
So I am the president and sole member of the New Jersey chapter of the Jeff Pelham Garage Ron fan club. We just had our first meeting.
All
It was
right.
just me, but I'm hoping more
Yeah.
people show up soon.
Well, thank you very much.
Admitting the fact that we're fishing aquarium addicts is,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very liberating.
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
old fish guys like us have to stay together, right? Because we have to teach these younglings all the
That's right.
mistakes that we made over the years and all the fish that we killed over the years, so
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
avoid
Yeah.
doing that.
Yep. And all the tanks I've overflowed, and oh my God.
Yes, all right. All the tanks we overflowed, all the plants we killed, all the fish we acclimated wrong,
Yeah, well,
all the
shit.
bad food that we served.
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
years of trial and error. So,
Yeah.
We have
so Jeff,
applicants in.
I want to show you the matin filter and the baby black ruby barbs that are picking at it. And
Ooh,
so I'm
you.
gonna try to I want to get to my main camera here. I want to see how can I do that in the StreamYard section here. Because right now it's on the camera that's on the front of my iPhone. So I just want to switch over to the other camera. Let me see. I
Okay.
don't know if anyone in the
Oh,
chat
you want to
knows.
get to the back camera, correct? You just want to
Yeah,
go to
the back
settings.
camera, because I am on my phone.
Yeah, settings, camera, back camera. You'll be a little drop down for you to choose from.
All right, settings here in the StreamYard app. Do I need to log? Okay, there's.
No, it's just
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
the settings. All you
Okay,
have,
got it,
just on
got it, got it. Yeah, more settings, camera. Oh, here we go. All right, back camera. Got it, man. Thank you, Jeff. Okay,
Oh,
there
cool.
you
Yeah. There you
go.
go.
So here we got a few things with the matin. So you'll notice here, maybe I will do a wide shot instead. How's that? That might be better, right? Ultra wide. Yeah, there we go. So you can see these are these 10-gallon tanks here.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see if I can do the back camera. How's that? Does that look good? There we
Yeah.
go. Can you see things, and are they
It's
in the
a little bit
proper?
pixelated, but it comes in and out a little bit. Let's see.
All right. So let's see what we got here. So in my little fish rack here, you'll notice these row of 10 gallons. You'll see the matin filter from Swiss Tropical is on the side of the tank, right?
Yes.
I'm going to open up the lid. These lids are great. These are vendor lids. And what they are, they're double thick glass, but the top lid is twice as wide. You know when you buy those glass lids in the stores and the front glass is really narrow, so you
Yes.
can't really get in? This covers half of the tank. And I got them through my independent dealer. They're called vendor lids. And they go all the way in the back. There's no need for those damn plastic strips, you see? They go all the way to the back of the tank. I got them for all my tanks, and the glass is pre-cut with just a little snippet to put an airline tubing or an electrical
very cool.
cable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, you'll see the matin here, and you'll see the little sponge coming there from it. I just shut it off now. Here's another one over here. You could see it dripping away. It drips very slowly. And these matins have been up and running for years. And according to Dr. Tanner at Swiss Tropicals, when you put the Porex foam in here and you let them run and you don't clean them, you not only get bacteria, but arca forms on them too. And you want that slime. You want this black slime coming out of the top of it, actually. Here's the Weitzmanite Cories in their little matin filter tank. There they are down there, moving around.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And you can see there's the little out there is the little flow coming out. And all types of microorganisms grow on that, and the Anubis is starting to grow into it. But then what I also use them for, I use them to breed barbs. What I do is they become a tank divider. So I'm going to go down here to these, let me just curse, these damn fucking lower rack tanks that we all hate. That I keep telling myself I'm never going to do them again, and then I buy more fish and I load them up. You guys know exactly how I feel. They suck. I'm too old for this, Jeff and Ron. But what I do is, so I just put.
We're all in the same club.
God, I hate doing this, but I like being on with you guys. I took the black ruby barbs from this tank, and they are now outside in my tubs. And if you'd like to learn more about that, the Tub Pond Handbook available on Amazon.com. But
yes, absolutely.
So what you see here, you'll see the 4-inch plastic pots. Those are pond pots. They have a fine mesh so they can hold gravel. They're available in pond stores or Webb's Water Garden online. And that's some Rotala growing in them. And I would move the pots from one side of the matin filter to the other. So the matin filter is acting both as a filter as well as a tank divider, but it acts as something else. Because after I moved the black ruby barbs, lo and behold, what I found inside were, let's see if we can zoom in here and see them, the little black ruby barb babies.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if we can see them. Can you guys see them yet? I can't see them on the screen. They're really
my
in there.
magnifying glass. I'm having a hard time seeing them.
You see them in the back there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Those
see
little
those
things. So
tiny.
what they're doing is they're picking at the matin filter. They're just picking at the matin filter all day long. These were not fed. These hatched like 2 weeks ago. I didn't know about it. Usually when you have fry that hatch, you don't know about it. They don't live. These guys just picked at the matin filter day and night. There's all types of microorganisms grown on that freaking thing. And there's mulm at the bottom from the matin filter, you know, because the outflow of the filter goes to the other side where the parents are. You see how I hold my matin filter in. You can see it right here is I use, let me try to get a good shot of it over here if I can. Okay, here we go. So I take the lift tube and I zip tie it. I just put a zip tie right through the matin filter, hold it together, take a knife and just cut the top, and you see it sits right on the, it goes right through the top of the filter there, you see?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. It goes right up to the very top so the fish don't jump. And this is such an easy way for me to breed, you know, most of the egg scatterers. I just move these pots back and forth.
Oh, wow, what a great idea. You can just move the pot into the other side of the...
I just move one back every day. I had 4 pots here going, and every day I'd rotate one in and like one out. So, you know, you figure a 36-hour hatch. And you can see the guys in there. There they are, the little babies. They're just picking at the matin filter all day. So the matin filter becomes like a triple threat, right? It's a filter, it's a tank divider, and it's a grazing site. And you can see them there. They're just grazing away at this thing.
I can.
If you see the little guys there, they're really small right now, but there's about a dozen in there. So I have them in all my tanks. Most of my fish are outside now. I'm trying to breed these rainbows right now. Jeff, I'm still going to bug you to breed rainbow fish. You told me that you haven't. I'm still bugging you, Jeff.
I got to get some. I've never had rainbow fish.
I'm disappointed in you, Jeffrey. a man of your tenure. I mean, I don't know how Ron stays on the show with you saying that you've never kept rainbow fish. It just must be painful for him like every day.
So I probably shouldn't tell them I haven't either, huh? We'll just keep that our secret.
Okay, you know, I am now closing down the Jeff and Ron fan club because of
fair enough. Yep, fair enough.
So matin filter is here in the back too, but what you see what I'm doing here with these trio of rainbows. This is the water hyacinth that I keep outside, and I'm just using it as a spawning mop. I'm going to pull this out. I pull one of these out every day and put a new one in, and then I put the mop outside in the tub, and then the babies emerge.
Yeah.
And, you know, rainbows spawn all day long. It's just that when you enter the fish room, they stop doing the mating behavior because they think that they're going to be fed. So you really don't
Oh,
see
right.
what they do all day, you know. So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you those Matin filters. I'm a big fan of them. My water quality is through the roof once you let them stay there for a few years, because then they do more than just ammonia to nitrate, nitrate to nitrate. They start breaking down other things, other DOCs. They become a living organism,
Yes.
medium inside of your tank. This is the 2 millimeter size. You know, it's not a wide pour. I find sometimes the
Oh, it's the
fish get,
20 ppi, pores per
yeah,
inch.
right, Jeff. It's not the super thick pour. It's the one in the middle. I was
Yes, that's what I
using,
like too.
yeah, yeah. And I get them from Swiss Tropical because I know it's the German Porex foam. I don't know if it's some Chinese crap that's going to poison the fish. And Steven cuts it perfectly for your tank. You tell him your tank, your brand, your size, and he'll cut it perfectly for you. Or you
Oh,
can
cool.
cut it yourself.
Yeah.
It's very easy to cut, but you know, you want to cut right so you don't have any spaces in
Yes.
between. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, all right, I'm going to go back to my regular camera now. And
Brian, I'm going to
let's
give
see.
you my 2 cents on that. I've got a tub outside that got overrun with algae. I put a couple little plecos in it. Algae's gone. So
Oh, that's
I think
actually a great idea, Ron. I never thought of that. That's a great
I think
idea.
it beats putting a blanket over it. So, but that's my 2 cents.
Do you want to go outside and see what the tubs look like?
Sure, that sounds
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Or because I don't want to commandeer your show,
No, no,
but
no, no, no.
but
You said
since
that
you're
last time,
on
but it's true.
already,
Yeah,
No,
okay.
you're
it's nice
great.
having guests once in a while, isn't it,
We
Jeff?
love having you on here. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What a
All
great,
right.
oh man, garden.
Because we just finally had some sun here after a week of rain,
Yeah, yeah.
which so what we have here, let me just try to get this camera. Let me just shrink my screen size.
Oops, did we lose him? We lost him. Jeff,
What's that? Well, we
we
lost.
lost him.
Oops.
Yep.
Let's see. He'll be back.
Yep. Want to put the link back in the
Yeah, I'm
chat?
going to drop the link again, Dr. Ted. If you can hear me, I'm going to put it back in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
It happens to all of us. We hit the wrong button and it lose a doctor and gain one. Hey, Dr. Anthony's here.
Yeah, welcome
Hello.
in. Yeah.
He'll be back here. He might even think he's still talking right now, but
Oh God, I hope not. I really liked what I saw there. He's got like woods right out the back. I would love that.
Oh, I know.
He got out of his
New Jersey.
Wi-Fi range, maybe, but that's right outside the door, though, Magnus. That would suck. That's when you need, what do you call them, satellites or whatever they are?
Here he is. There he is. There he is. Okay.
Well, welcome back.
This is like, you know, television back in the 50s. Everything's live.
Yep.
So here is just an outdoor tank. This is a 10-gallon extra tall. It's one of these weird tanks.
Oh, wow.
And I just have this under the deck. It gets some indirect light, and those are black emperor tetras. You know, the emperor tetras are like very easy to spawn. Like Rosario Lacourt taught us, they breed like chickens. You know, they lay a few eggs every day. So down at the bottom is just a layer of Anubias, and the fry will just emerge from that one by one over the next month or so.
How cool.
And they're in there. So let's go outside and take a look at what's going on.
I had 10 Emperor Tetras, and I moved them to tanks, to a different tank.
Zone 6.
Everyone died. And I have no idea why. All the other fish survived, but everyone over the course of a week died.
Oh, wow. Look at the
I
tubs.
have to try again.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. Yeah. I
So
love
that's
the
a 110-gallon tough stuff from Tractor Supply. That is a lily called Kelly, I just sent this one to Kelly Foreman. That is Siux,
Oh,
Siux. That
wow.
is a changeable lily. It changes colors over 3 days from
Wow.
that peach to red. In here are diamond tetras. I've got a plant collection, a pond plant collection of about 100 plants that are
Wow.
all different. This is a plant called Glyceria, which is variegated. So you'll see the plants in the back are designed to filter the tub. And I'll show you how I plant my plants. This is pickerel rush. You'll notice it's just planted in pea gravel,
Yeah.
just straight pea gravel, and you can see the roots growing out of it,
Right.
and that's what's filtering the water. So I always put around 3 of these in every tub. Floating water hyacinth to keep the fish safe around the side so they don't jump. They
Yeah.
also will spawn in that. And I use a special device for getting rid of algae, which I'll show you like in a minute. And this one has it's another tub with Asian lizard tail, some water sprite, and in here are what do I have in here? Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
The diamond tetras are here. The black ruby barbs are here, and the jellius barbs from wet spot tropical fish. That
Which
is
barb? I'm sorry, the
Steve.
last one. What was the last
The
barb, Dr. Ted?
jellius barbs, those dwarf barbs, Gelius.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Um, Wet Spot has them for only like $6 each. Steve Lundblad, who runs Wet Spot, he's run that shop for longer than anyone online. He doesn't promote on YouTube, but that's where I go because his fish are great. He gives
Oh,
me pairs, and he's very reliable. He's been doing it a long time. This tub here only gets about 3 hours of sun. So that's why I have yellow flag iris and Asian lizard and American lizard tail in it. They're both shade plants, and water hyacinth will grow in the shade too.
Yeah.
That is a shady water lily called Attraction. The water lilies are not blooming a lot yet, and look what's here. And a little northern gray tree frog,
All right. Yeah.
ready to put on the Barry White music and have sex tonight in here. So
Wow.
he's going to be tossed into the yard.
Are
This
they a
is
problem for eating your fry or your large fish?
No, they don't eat the fish. They just lay so many tadpoles that they
Yeah.
outcompete for the fry for food, and they
Okay.
make more
oh,
waste.
yeah.
That's really the problem. Here's all the water hyacinth from the rainbow fish spawn. You'll notice I had caterpillars destroy one of my irises this year.
Oh, yikes.
This is the plant that I really recommend people start getting. These are the aquatic irises known as the Sudata hybrid. And these are
Oh,
just beautiful irises. And they're
Wow.
a cross between the invasive native yellow flag and the Japanese irises. So what you get a plant that's an amazing filter and big and robust and hardy, but it's sterile. And you get more flowers.
All right.
What else we have here? We
So
have
it's just
arrow.
vegetatively propagated then.
Correct, Ron. Arrowheads. I have 3 different arrowheads. So we're going to go around the pool.
Now, do you
Show you
ever
some
winter
more.
these all indoors or the plants?
Unfortunately, yes. I box up nearly all my collection and put them in
Yeah.
a shed because I only have 3 small in-ground ponds. So the hardy plants will go underwater. But
Yeah.
after the winter of 2009, when I was keeping them in the tubs outside, the winter was so harsh, it was a freak winter. I lost most of my collection.
The
So I
tubs
don't
just
do
froze
that
solid.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some more tubs here. Here's a nice plant you can get called Bloody Dock. It's a salad. It's sold at pond stores. It's Rummix, and it's a pretty little plant just for its
oh, it is.
foliage. And I've got Blue Flame Paradise in there, which I sent Stephen P.
Oh, Blue
Rice.
Flame Paradise. Oh,
And in
nice.
fact, there's one right there. You see him there, Jeff? The Blue
Wow,
Flame
they're
Paradise.
gorgeous.
Let me see if I can find them here. I've got two tubs of them.
Do they
This
breed
is
well in there for you, Dr. Ted?
Oh, easily. They're the easiest fish to breed outside. One of
Oh,
the easiest
wow.
next to rice fish. Some of the iris here are going to bloom. This is a dwarf horsetail rush. We all have seen horsetail rush. This is a dwarf variety. Very
Nice.
weird, very rare. What else we have over here? Again, nothing really blooming, but what is blooming here today is, of course, this tub in the sun here. See,
Oh,
see if I can get a good shot here for you. And
Pretty iris.
I'm going to go this way. Let me see. How's that for a view? Is that a better view having it vertical?
Oh, that looks great.
All right, so vertical here, what we have here, as you can see the tub, this is a dwarf water lily called Joanne Pring.
That's
And
pretty.
Joanne Pring blooms earlier and later than nearly every lily I have, that and CU. It's great for small tubs. You got to search for it, but if you can find it, I recommend it. And this is our native blue flag iris. This is a variety called Purple Flame. And our
Beautiful.
native irises are great. They've been outcompeted by that damn yellow flag that our ancestors brought from Europe.
Yeah.
But they smell nice. They don't filter as well, but they filter enough to do well. Paradise fish are in here too. I should have brought some food out with me, and they would have all come to the surface, sadly. This is another blue flag over here. These are the longfin white clouds are in here. And you'll notice the native blue flag looks a little different. I have a reel that shows them both. White clouds are in here. You know, you find that in the middle of the day when it's really hot, the fish retreat to the bottom of the tubs. They're smart. Human beings, mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. But the fish are smart. They go out down to the bottom. This is just another tub. That's a water lily I collected in Lake Champlain, Vermont. It's Nymphaea tuberosa. It's somewhat unique, but again, not flowering yet. Still early in the season here. Let's just climb up here. You guys aren't completely bored yet, are you?
Are you kidding? I
Oh,
love
absolutely
this.
not. Are you kidding me?
All right,
I
here we
miss
go.
having a garden.
Because usually most of these shows are on the evening, so I can't do this. This is a sunken in-ground tub, and I've got 3 of them. I'm going to switch to vertical, and I'm going to switch to horizontal.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So what we have here, if I can show you here. So I've got multiple tubs in the ground here, and the question is, why do I have to, because tubs in the ground suck. I can't get up close to them. I can't smell the flowers. I can't get up close to see my fry. So why do I have them in the ground? Why am I being a hypocrite? Why does the author of the Tub Pond Handbook have in ground? Because my wife, who's a gardener, said, I can't really use this space. It's on a hill. If you want to, before she could finish her sentence, I'm off to the Home Depot. Buying tubs, and I'm digging a hole. So whenever your significant other says, hey, a tank or a tub would look nice here, you don't wait. You instantly put it in before they change their mind. So I've got some Limia sulfurophylla in that small one that's in the ground there. That is a pickerel called royal pickerel. It's going to get about 5 feet tall.
Wow.
And that's one of my favorite pickerels. This is a bunch of gold barbs I'm working with. And these are the goldfish. This is the shade tub. This tub is half in the shade and half grounded. So what does that mean? That means when my tubs up on my deck are 92 degrees, this stays at 72.
Wow, nice.
Even though it's both getting southern exposure, because A, it's in the ground, because the ground kind of cools and insulates, and it's only getting half sun. So these are all shade plants. This is a plant I really like called royal fern. Kelly and Steve were talking about ferns on their show. This is my favorite fern. This is called royal fern. It's my favorite aquatic fern. There's a mini Acorus, a mini Japanese sweet flag, and some lizard tail, all shade plants. So let's see if we can go this way now. I'm going back vertical, guys.
No problem.
Tell me if this looks weird. I just made someone throw up on the show.
Nah.
Well, they can take their Dramamine next time.
Yeah, that's right. Little tub, I'm just sneaking in here. These tubs here I would never put in full all-day sun because of their size, but this gets morning sun and late afternoon sun, so it misses the midday heat. And I've got some Latipenia mollies in here. This is a great plant that's going to bloom next month. It's going to get tall. It's called monkey flower. And it's going to get all purple flowers all over it. So right now it's really the irises that are starting to bloom now, and some of the early French hardy water lilies. Going around the house now. You guys are getting the full tour.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a aquatic monkey flower.
Yes.
Is it let me see if I got this right. It's either Diplacus or Mimulus.
It's Mimulus ringens, correct, Ron.
Okay.
You know, I am more impressed with Ron every day. I think we're going to start a separate Ron fan club now.
Oh, very cool.
Because
Tomorrow
Jeff,
afternoon.
you know, because Jeff refuses to keep rainbow fish, I think we switch it to just like a Ron fan club.
I used to teach horticulture classes once upon a time at community college.
You did? Well, then, yeah, because they do have the garden monkey flower. It doesn't do as well.
Yeah, all right.
Elishan says, when are you going to open up the pool so we can swim?
All right. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just mentioning, Elishan just asked a few moments ago, when are you going to open the pool so he can come swim?
Well, you know, when Tom comes to swim, it's considered an environmental hazard. So I have to call the EPA first.
Okay, fair enough.
So, you know, there's a whole process involved when Tom comes. So you notice it's 4:30 here, right? So a lot of the water lilies have already closed, like Pink Beauty. This is a tank of blind cave tetras I'm trying this year outside. So I'm going back to horizontal. Sorry for making everybody throw up.
No problem at all.
And you could see him down there. Let's see if we can find some of them.
Oh.
You see him swimming around yet there?
Yeah, that's what iris blooms do. They kind of come and go.
There he is right there.
Some faster, some slower.
And what I have in here, guys, is this. Let me pull this out. Oh, that water feels great.
Oh.
This is another pond basket.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
And filled with gravel with egg crate on top. And I'm going to move this over to this pond here, and hopefully there'll be eggs in it.
Oh, yeah.
But they're an experiment this year. The smallest hardy there is, Helvola. Highly recommended. This is something new I just got from Sue Harkey last week. That is red stem parrot's feather. This hangs right over the side of the tub. I just take some S-hooks and thread it through these hydroponic marijuana pots and hang it to the side of the tub. And then you get a spiller, right? So with this tub here, this is also a spiller, right? Let's go back to vertical. Right, so you have, you have stargrass here, and you have aquatic mint. This is Mentha aquatica citrata. I know Steven's keeping a lot of mint, and Kelly. This is the citrus mint. This is my absolute favorite. It smells so great. You can put it in tea. I usually just pick a piece and rub it between my fingers. Wait a minute, inhale it. And I can't and now I suddenly can't remember that I saw the Kardashians on TV. It just works great. That was a joke that did not go over and really should have. That means I have a lot of Kardashian. So my deck is in,
okay. Okay, I'm just a little slow on the uptake on that.
I mean, who would know that Jeff and Ron were fans of the Kardashians? You know, the more you know.
Not a clue. Yeah.
This has this is a tank with some Tom can give me the proper genus name, Alishan. I still call them Archocentrus or Cryptoheris, Septia fasciata. It's a dwarf Central American cichlid. There's a pair in here. These are these 30
dwarf cichlid? I'm sorry, what was the first part of that name?
Septia fasciatum. They're in the convict cichlid family.
Oh.
The new genus begins with the letter A, Amatoapia. Yeah. And so all these tubs, these are these 35-gallon Home Depot patio ponds. I absolutely love these. They have 3 shelves to hold shallow marginal plants. You can do a water lily. I've bred a lot of fish in these tubs. They're my favorite tub because they look nice. And if your tub doesn't look nice, your significant other is not going to let you have more.
That's right.
My deck is in disarray because I've been cleaning it. Because we have so much pollen up here. I don't know what your pollen situation is like, guys.
Oh, it's bad in Michigan.
Ours is more dust.
Yeah.
I sure like your paver walk on the way up. That was really nice.
It's like a snowstorm here. You get out driving around, it's like a snowstorm.
Oh God! Yeah, I've been cleaning the deck, so that's why. And I just swept up and vacuumed a lot of pollen up before you came. This is the platinum rice fish tub. Let's try to go back to vertical. Sorry, everyone.
It's okay. That's all.
And they're in here. I wish I brought some food with me. I could have made them. You come out and see the. Oh, there they are down there. Let's see if we can get a little closer.
Oh, I can see them. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
They're
I love
when they're not scared, they are just fabulous in any tub. They just sparkle. They sparkle the whole surface of the water. And let's see, another one here. Here's that water lily I sent Kelly, Prolifica. Again, they're closed because it's the end of the day. This is Thalia delbeta, a hairgrass. In the middle is a cattail, European cattail, Typha laxmanii, which I like a lot better. It's got this needle-like foliage, Ron.
Oh,
You see, and it's much easier to it doesn't flop over and fall over like the regular cattails. And of course, in the front, golden creeping Jenny, which you can get at any garden center.
oh wow.
Nice Machia.
I like that.
That's right. Yeah, it looks great. So it's on one of the shelves with a brick underneath it.
Yeah.
You see? Let me see right there.
Keep it close to the surface.
Then you'll let it do just a spiller there. Eventually, it's going to spill all the way down the side. There's another tub back there which we can't see because it's all covered up. Those are all the tubs that we just saw, that we had the view of down there. And I think I have a few more, including some shade tubs, but I'm going to go back to the regular camera here now, to the front camera, and join you guys back in the room here.
Cool.
So thanks for letting me give you an extended show.
Great yard.
You got a
great yard. I
love our deck too. That's a nice deck.
Yeah.
I like that.
It keeps me busy and it keeps me thin. Let's just say that.
You know, Ron, Dr. Ted's going to be very upset with me.
How so?
I have never had an outside tub yet.
Well, there's time.
I've never done that.
Well, now there's two disappointments here, Jeff.
I know it. I'm sorry to disappoint I'm sorry to disappoint you so much.
That's funny. I put your link for your book in a couple times there, so everybody go buy the book.
Yes, thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
here he is. I think he's
So back in the fish. Jeff, you know, it's the easiest fish to put out. I think the moment Petco and PetSmart, you put a trio out. They breed at a small size. They look great all summer. You can just get a standard. Go to Tractor Supply, get a 40-gallon oval stock tank, fill it with some plants, and have like a party. Outside, they won't eat their fry. Inside, they will, but outside.
Will the pistos breed out in a tub like that? Pistogramus.
I've never put a pistos outside. I put other cichlids. I put jewel cichlids outside. I put a lot of the Archocentris and Amatilapias or Amatillanias, whatever they're called now, outside. Yeah, rainbow cichlids outside. Dorsagers outside. Curviceps. I know, Jeff, you were showing those beautiful Laticaras that you have now, which I was drooling over on your other show. My God, they're great. Those are probably my favorite dwarf cichlid. I've kept those outside in those 35-gallon tubs with no problem.
Oh, wow.
Because they're, small. So, the key is to keep a lot of plants in gravel baskets so they act as filters. If you're keeping fish outside that you really want to work with, you want to make your plants almost hydroponic, right? You want them to feed from the water column. That's going to keep the algae down too, right? Big time. So,
would you recommend like hornwort in the tubs?
Tropical hornwort's great, but it will eventually just fill your entire tub. Right, so that's fine. But I'm saying, if you want to put aquatic plants out, that's fine. But there's a whole world of 1,000 aquatic marginal plants that we don't keep in the aquarium that you can keep for like ponds. So a whole new world of aquatic vegetation that you can enjoy outside. So That's what I'm saying. Go that route. Try something new. The hobby's about trying something new.
Yes.
But if you can't, your frog bit, your water lettuce, your duckweed, of course, your hornwort, do
Sure.
fine outside. The crypts, it's a little too bright for. Your Anubias, it's too bright for. The power of the sun's amazing, even in a shady area.
Yeah.
I have to put my Anubias and crypts under full shade to have them actually not, to have them do well
Yeah.
outside. Indirect light is fine for them versus inside. But Vallisneria does great outside. Rotala and any of the stem plants do fabulous outside. And what's great is that if you put like giant hydro outside, it'll grow out of the water. My friend Sue Harkey, she has her water sprite growing out of the water, and it looks like an asparagus fern.
Oh, interesting.
Right, so it's really, really neat. And if you get humid weather, they really do well in that. So. But anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to do. Thanks for letting me come on.
Thank you so
Yeah, I
much.
really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
I'm living vicariously through you and your yard now. So.
Well, Ron, don't, because after this call's over, I've got to go out and finish cleaning that deck. So you live vicariously through me and go, thank God I don't have a yard like that.
Well, here's what I'm dealing with right now. I don't know if you can see
Look at
that.
it, 104 degrees in the Palm Desert.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder where we're at in Michigan. Let me take a look real quick.
And it's only going to get hotter.
It is. In Michigan, it's 84 right now.
84, it's about 75 here. Wow. You're having a hot day in Michigan. And Ron, what state are you in besides the state of confusion?
Yeah, Palm Desert, California, about a half an hour east of Palm Springs.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
It's nice. The Coachella Valley, yeah, it's nice, but it gets hot.
It gets hot during the summer and also dry. And also dry.
Very.
So you probably have to deal with a lot of evaporation issues.
Very much so, yeah.
Asking a question, Dr. Ted. What climate zone are you?
I'm in zone 6A in the northwest part of New Jersey in the place called the Skylands.
I wonder what Michigan is. Is it similar to that? Or is it...
You might be zone 5. I'm not sure. In my book, there's a whole map on your zone and
the USDA zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically the planting zones tell you, can the plant you keep withstand a typical winter in your location, right? That's really what that whole zone thing means. So,
Right.
if I find a pond plant that's a zone 7, I won't put that out until my last frost date in the spring. If it's a zone 3, I'll put it out in April, right?
Ah.
So I usually like to start up my tubs a month to a month and a half before I put out the fish, sometime even 2 months before. Yeah, about 2 months before I put out the fish. I want them to get seasoned, established, bacterial coatings, Daphnia, seed shrimp. I want the plants growing to clear the water, and then I do a water change, and then the fish go out. And that's generally what I do.
Right.
Jody says she's in zone 5A.
Yeah, if you Google search, the closest city or whatever where you are, what USDA zone am I in, or what USDA plant hardiness zone am I in? It'll tell you.
So I'm surprised Jody's in zone 5. I thought Jody was in a more warmer climate. So now I understand why Jody bakes all these wonderful cakes. That's actually, zone 5 is good cake weather, right? Right, Ron?
Yeah.
I think,
it's humid. Yeah.
I've heard about the cakes. I tell you what. I love cake.
Who doesn't?
Let me eat cake.
Yeah.
Let us all eat cake. Jody, Keystone Class, you have one job. Bring us cake. But hey, are there any questions? Because I babbled on from the chat because I can't see the chat that I need to answer. Besides, Ted, can you please shut up and give the show back to Ron?
Oh, that was never
Jeff,
one of the questions.
Question about the creeping Jenny that was outside. I've seen some people grow that in aquariums underwater.
Yes. Sue Harkey grows hers underwater. Some people say it doesn't last. She's able to grow hers year round underwater. And I know when I overwinter, because I overwinter a lot of my spiller plants in a paludarium in my garage that drops down to about 45 degrees. And that's where I keep my paradise fish, my rice fish, my white clouds, my goldfish. They're fine in 45 degrees. They're active and everything.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it trails into the water. Some bits come out, and it does live. Yeah. They have a green form that will show you the yellow flowers very well. The yellow form you saw on the video here, it's going to hide its yellow flowers. But it can be invasive. So if you have it near the ground, it may take up space in your yard. So you just have to be aware of that. I pop mine in gravel. So
I do have another question about the paradise fish.
yeah.
Now, do they have like an expiration date for breeding? Like some betas, you have to breed them very young, but I don't know.
I don't. Mine have bred multiple years. I haven't really tracked them that specifically, but because these paradise fish are all now fish farm fish, they're pretty bulletproof. The only problem is with paradise outside is that if you don't put enough of them outside, if you just put a pair, you might get a jumper. The female might just jump out, or if there's two males, one male may jump out. So I like to put at least four. I like to put two pairs outside into a tub, and then I'll start seeing fry sometime in July.
Yeah. Interesting.
I got a female. I just got to find a nice male for my my blue paradise.
Rob's in zone minus 800. Yeah, I've got pothos growing completely underwater also, Tiffany.
Oh, and running water, Christopher J.
Yeah.
Zone 8B.
I think I'm in 10A or 10B here. It's sort of, where I used to live. I used to actually, what I prefer, and I don't know if you're familiar with it, because it's really the western, part of the states, is the Sunset Western Garden Book. It's like an encyclopedia. And I really like using their zones versus the USDA.
Oh,
they're more localized, more specific to more specific, I think, than USDA's kind of broad swaths across the country.
Well, Jeff, they updated they updated the planting zones about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And now when you go to the USDA website, you can zoom in on your state, and they'll show you the subzones within your state now.
Okay, cool.
And I think they get that from the local, but generally I agree with you. I like to call my local cooperative extension office, which every county has, and ask them what my zone is. But Jeff, being an old gardener guy, that there's microclimates, right? If your house is situated on top of a hill, you might be a half zone colder. Or if you're down near downtown where there's a lot of concrete, you could be a whole zone hotter.
Yeah, yeah. Or if you're at the top of the hill or the bottom of it, the bottom of the slope, you're in a colder area. But if you're on the side of the slope, it's a little warmer because you get that cold air drainage.
Right. So that's why in the second chapter of my book, the Tub Pond Handbook, available on Amazon.com, shameless self promotion plug. The first chapter is called the first chapter is called Location. And whenever I give a talk, that's the first thing I really speak about. You've got to find the microclimates in your property where the sun hits in midday when it's strong and where it maybe hides behind a tree. And every tub you set up is going to be a little different. So it's going to take you a few years to find what I call those Goldilocks spots. These are just the Parkinsoni rainbow fish. And you see, guys, these are rainbow fish, and you can keep them like in your aquarium and everything. And they actually have fins and dorsals, and they swim around and they breed continually, and gills. And they're from this magical land called Australia. So there they go.
We have some more questions from the chat. Sleeper Barbecue is asking, the fish that you've chosen, do you have any that winter over in the tubs?
No, I take all because where I am, did have some winters in 2009 where my tubs froze solid and buckled. So I will not keep any outside anymore. I put them in my garage, and my garage gets down to 45 degrees continually, even if it drops below freezing. And that's where they go. So the white clouds, rice fish, paradise fish, goldfish, even some barbs. I was keeping Pethia Putonio, which is another great little dwarf barb I got from the Wet Spot for a very good price. They survive 45 degrees too. There's a lot of sabrinids that can take really cold temperatures. Odessa barbs, I've kept those guys outside to near freezing conditions. Buenos Aires tetras, I've had survive under the ice when I had like a frost. That's an easy tetra to so very fish are a lot hardier outside than they are in our fish room because they're in their natural environment that they've evolved to. They've evolved to live where the pH fluctuates every day, the light fluctuates, the temperature fluctuates. We put them in these glass boxes and we keep everything stable. That's not what their biology is attuned to. That's just what they've adapted to.
Right.
So that's what the beauty is of putting stuff outside, is you're bringing them back to what their evolution and their biology wants them to do. They want daily variability. Even on the equator, at nighttime, the waters cool down.
Yeah.
But in our fish room, we keep a constant temperature. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So that's why when we suddenly the heaters fail, our fish ick out, because it's such a drastic change. But outside, you would be surprised at how well they acclimate. The key is, like I always said, put your fish out when the water temperature in your tub is similar to the water temperature in the tank or pet shop you're bringing them from. Once you do that, your tub season is on autopilot, right?
Yeah.
Your fish will adapt. They'll get cold. You can take them in late. In my book, there's a fish compendium, and it gives the true temperatures, low temperatures and high temperatures for all those fish in there, based upon what I've tested for the past 25 years. So you can look at that guide and see when to pull in your fish for the fish that you keep in that book.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to it.
I have one more question about the tubs outside, Dr. Ted.
Yeah.
Well, most of them are jumpers. I was wondering about the killifish. If you
Never. No.
Maybe kind of rough.
Yeah. I always I had killies outside. I've had them, Jeff, in outdoor tanks, but I put a cover on top. You know, killies are great. They'll find the tiniest little hole and go, wouldn't it be neat if I jumped out of this little hole to my death?
Wow, there's something
Wouldn't
else.
that be cool to do that? And they actually logically make that choice. So no, I have put killie mops outside. When the fry are small, they're not as much of a jumper, and I can bring them into the club for BAP points. But killies I generally do indoors or in an outdoor tank.
Okay, I might try that sometime because I'm starting to get
Well, Jeff, you have all those spare tanks. If you put a tank outdoors, put it under the shade. Put it like under a deck or under your eaves or under a patio.
I have a gazebo on my deck. It blocks a lot of the sun.
If you keep it completely out of the sun, just the indirect light coming from the side will be enough to power that tank, even grow plants. It's amazing. You can just the indirect light from the coming in the sides, you'll grow Amazon swords, you'll grow all the basic plants surprisingly easily. So you won't even really need a filter. And they're killies. Most people with killies don't really use filters.
Yeah, the gazebo is open on the side, so it gets some indirect sunlight.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Nice.
Sounds like fun, really.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to. But too, when I get your book, I got to have you sign it when we meet.
There's a picture in the book of my old outdoor fish room that I used to keep under my deck that we showed on the video there. All the old leaky tanks go outside. Cinder block and plywood.
Okay. Eatonville, Washington. Let's see here.
Yeah, got himself a $250 for free. How cool is that? And Sam, I got to ask, what part of California are you in?
I don't think we ship well. He's coming back, I do believe.
Hope so.
I hope so. Yes.
Oh, well, it's still there, so it would go away if he lost connection.
Oh, yeah, Parrot's also. Oh, nice. Hi there, Nancy B in Tennessee. I'm sorry I'm so far behind in the chat.
Hi, Nancy.
So good to see you. Oh man, Christopher, you done made her angry. Oh, Dr. Ted, we lost. I can let me know if you want to come. If you want to join us to finish up the stream, you're absolutely welcome.
I hit that I'm buying the book button on Amazon, so it's on its way.
Oh, nice. I got to get it too, because just seeing those tubs makes me want to do one.
Yeah.
Just seeing that.
Well, I've got the one, but seeing the plants makes me want to, what did you miss? Oh my God, surely everything. What a great tour we got from Dr. Ted Coletti on his all his tubs and ponds. Wow. Yeah, missed a lot. So
I was
tag replay.
To answer your question, Allison, I was going to go. I had transportation. Eric Wyrock was going to pick me up because he's an hour south of me. He's going to come up and get me, and then take me and pick David up from Erie, Pennsylvania, and then go to the Clash, and then bring us all, and then take David back home, and then bring me back home.
Yeah.
But my situation is not quite tenable for me to do that. So unfortunately, I will make it sometime, but hopefully next year. I just need to save more, and I will make it. But yeah, I wish I would. This would be the one to go to when we have the Peplin's marriage, and
Yeah, I'd love to be there for that.
I'd love to be there for the wedding.
Yeah. Get my book signed from Ted.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Jeff? Oh, loaches from Jody.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, the blue mystery snails. Whoa.
Jody, you need to get more tanks, apparently, because I need to get rid of some of them crebensis.
See here.
Where do you find a free 250-gallon tank? What am I doing wrong?
I don't know. I guess you got to be at the right place at the right time to get them.
Right.
Oh, Mud Digger, you're definitely welcome to come. We have a hard stop today, and I forgot to mention at 5 o'clock.
Like 8 minutes from now.
But you come back next week, okay? And we will definitely get you on here if that's okay with you. We'd love to have you do a tour.
That'd be great. I want to see that 250.
Come on back next week, and I'll send the link down to you, and we'll do that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, so I was going to do one thing. I think I can take the time to do this. I have a new thing that I've had it for a while, but I'm doing some new structuring of the stream, doing certain things. But because of the time, I'm only going to do this pretty quick. And I have to go on my phone. So I got to duck out of here, and I'll be back. And I'll show you. It's called, there it is, feeding time. So
there you go.
Me and Ron, we were discussing it, and I was thinking about, feeding one tank, showing you like something we do with our fish. And what I'm going to be doing today is feeding some plecos. So I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to jump off here.
There you go.
I wish I had more than one. Here we go. I got to remove myself. Okay. I'll be back, guys.
All right. Oh, it's just me. Ah! Yep. Jeff wants to stop it at it'd be 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 Eastern today. So, and then I've got stuff I got to go do too. I think I mentioned my tanks are all 3-4 inches down. Even if I just drag the hose in to top them off, it'd be better than nothing. So, and then we start tomorrow my stream at 1:30. So I have a little more time in the morning to get out there and do maybe some water changes. So I don't know. I did go through all my filters today, clean out those because they were all mucky. I don't know how they get so mucky so fast. Not sure what it is. It's just, I don't know. Who's got a 2-hour drive where?
Hello, I'm back.
Chick-fil-A, that's a 2-hour drive. Yeah, I wouldn't go 2 hours for Chick-fil-A. Howdy.
I'm back. Oh, hello. If I can get this from falling down. I almost dropped my phone again. And that's what I'm using this to show this.
Bye, Shirley. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Yeah, okay. Right, I see your hand.
Well, I'm trying to. It'd be just one moment. I'm in the process of.
Okay.
In the process of closing this other one down so it doesn't make a lot of noise. My mouth not... There we go. Okay.
All right.
So, and now layout. Oops.
I do like the idea there one with crispy bacon because that's one of my favorite food groups. The crispy bacon group.
Does that work? Nope.
Yeah, we're done in a couple minutes, Shirley, if you're talking about us. Yeah, you're way down. There you are.
There we are.
That's
All
better.
right.
Yeah.
So what I do, I'm sure you guys, I mean, this is not rocket science. I'm sure you guys have even done this. But I feed, let me turn my camera around. Actually, that would probably be helpful. That's what I didn't do. I was supposed to do that ahead of time. Camera, and then back camera. There we go. Okay. Is I feed these guys, and this is what gets them in there breeding a lot, is I use canned green beans.
Oh, all right. You know,
So
I got a video about this.
Just open this can up. And this right here happens to be the no salt. It doesn't really matter. I've never had a problem with the stuff that has the salt in it, but I do rinse them off before I feed them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and throw some in there now. That way you guys can watch these guys start to go to town. You can see some of these big guys in here. I kind of crush these ones up. These aren't the French cut. So I just kind of crush them in my hand. There we go. That's enough for this tank. And
so what do you do with the rest of the can, Jeff?
I feed, well, this is just one tank. I got plecos all over the place.
Yeah, but are you going to use up one can all in one feeding?
No, this lasts about 2 to 3 days.
Okay. That was my question, yeah.
Yep, 2 to 3 days, and
I would too, Jim.
Already.
Oh, wow, they just moved right in, didn't they?
They did. Oh, they're on it. Yep.
They like their green beans.
They love this stuff. It's like crack to them. This is pleco crack. And you see even the Epistos take a nibble at it. There's a nice pair right there. These are what I want to get for you, Ron. I want to get you some of these in one of your tanks.
Well, when? Along with the bristlenose. You're talking about Epistos or bristlenose?
Yes. Look at this guy. It's like corn on.
That's great.
It's like corn on the cob to them. And the females will get their eggs. This will put eggs in their bellies faster than anything else that I've noticed. He's going to photobomb. Hi there, guy. I love these fish. These little dwarf cichlids are my favorite, but I love my bristlenose. Look at them go.
You know, it's amazing how many fish love their vegetables.
Oh, yeah. I can.
Bill's got his Severums and Geos love green beans. Yeah. And I'll bet they go for, anything blanched, zucchini, broccoli. What do you call zucchini in like Europe?
Courgette? They call them courgettes, I think, or is that, or am I thinking of?
No, I think it's something like that. Yeah, courgette.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thanks, Rob.
Look at this guy. Yeah. Also, like cucumbers, another one.
Two great nations divided only by a common language. Yeah, look at them go, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Now this tank right here, these are the main fish in this tank. I know that people have these as like a cleanup crew, but this is their tank. They're the
right.
This is I love watching these guys interact and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at these. Yeah, so you're going to get one of these, and I'm also going to get you some more of these, some Epistos from Jason. I'll show you feeding this to another tank that you're going to be like, wow, it's going to be pretty cool. And then we can wrap it up, Ron, because I know that you got a headache. And
yeah, it's kind of gone, but I'm starting to kind of come alive a little bit. I woke up at 2 a.m. with this skull crusher, so I've been drugged all day, twice.
Okay, here we go. These are the Dragon Bloods. And by the way, everybody who's watching this, if you like these kind of fish, they're available for pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Except for the shipping cost. But watch this. They will have this stuff gone. They love the green beans.
Actually, Tiffany, I'll blanch fresh zucchini or courgette, and I'll also blanch frozen green beans. And I like frozen because they keep, and you just grab a handful, throw them in a measuring cup, like a Pyrex measuring cup, in water, into the microwave for a couple minutes. Cook them that way, blanch them down that way, let them cool down, and they're ready to go. So that's my 2 cents on that. Hey, Ed, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay,
so that's all that's gone. There's a couple little pieces down there, but that will be gone. I also have plecos in this tank.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give any to the fry here because they'll pick at it, but.
Oh, yeah. Maybe little tiny pieces of it.
Yeah, let me try a little teeny piece and see what happens here. I got something about like this.
Michael, I'm curious, do potatoes, the starch in the potatoes cloud the water? Is that an issue, or?
If you soak them, you can soak them for a certain amount of time, and that'll take the cloudiness out.
And I know there's 2 basic types of potatoes. Some that are really waxy, so when you cook them, they hold their shape, and then the others that are great for mashing. So I'm guessing one over the other.
Here we go, guys. These guys love them too. Even the convicts.
Yeah.
The convicts love them. So does the eye biters.
Yeah. Oh wow. I miss having a veggie garden, Jody. I used to have about 2,000 square feet of vegetable garden.
These guys love this, and even I'll show you over here, especially the red zebras. They just go to town on this stuff. And this is Kathy's tank. I got to clean the glass a little better. I wasn't planning on doing all these tanks, but as long as I got the green beans here, and these guys are just going crazy for it. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that orange. God, they are so vivid.
These would be. I know some people put like these in a tank, tub outside. These are very hardy.
Yeah.
And you can see these guys from a mile away.
Yeah.
And even that big eye biter, he's eating it too. So. But yeah, the green beans, it's like I get them on sale. I get whatever's on sale. This right here was cheap. You can see I only just barely take any out of it. It's going to last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And I figure I got some plecos in this tank too. I'll go ahead and give them a couple little pieces. I don't give a lot.
I love it, Jody.
Just a little bit. Oh, and as long as Jody's, I want to show her the bimaculatas too.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with the wildlife in a vegetable garden sometimes. All I had where I used to live was gophers, and I
added some botanicals to this one.
Nice.
Some little pods there and little cones.
Yeah. Oh, that's something you guys got all over the place, isn't it? The American sweet gum, liquid amber.
Okay.
They don't live in the desert here, but that's a great botanical.
Yes, and here's some pods there, and you see these guys. They're not too shy. You can see the little ones there. There's a alpha male, I think. It stays right in this entrance of this castle here.
What is it?
He'll poke his head out there. You can see him in there. And he will poke his head out. You'll see he's quite a bit darker than the rest.
And these are what, Jeff?
These are the Ivanocara bimaculatas.
Okay, thanks.
And I think I've shown you some pictures of them. Their adult size when they get older.
Yeah.
They are absolutely. Yeah. This is a fish that has been on my dream list because I didn't think it was ever going to happen. But
very, very cool. Yeah.
And thanks to Jody P. and Christopher Junkin and everybody else, these guys, I tell you what, when I seen Lance and June say that Jody P. is wonderful, I tell you what, I said 100%, 1,000%. Very great. Well, look at these guys now. All that stuff I put in there is almost gone. Look at that, guys. They eat it just that fast.
Yeah.
The big guy bit.
Tiffany, what part of the sweet gum do you sell? It's a big tree. Those things get massive. The fall color is spectacular.
Okay, I'm coming back.
Yeah. Thanks, TK, for being here. Well, if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for Jeff's stream, please. I know it helps. Couldn't wait. Cool. The tree. Yeah. All right. What do you like? Nursery stock containers or bare root or something like that, Tiffany? The pods. There's a, when I used to teach horticulture in Fullerton, California, community college, we'd be walking the neighborhoods looking at trees. And if you weren't careful in the neighborhoods with the American sweet gum, we call it liquid amber is another name for them. You step on one of those seed pods, you roll, you break your neck, because they're hard and they don't give way. God, if I still lived there, I'd be shoveling them up and putting them on my eBay page for botanicals. Yeah, I think we did lose Jeff. He should be back. He should have his own link. Guess I could put it in for him. Never really thought about that. Here you go, Jeff, if you're listening. There is the link to your stream, pal. We must have. So anyway. And I can't let anybody in at my end, so I don't have that. Wow, just me now.
I'm here.
There he is.
Yeah, I had to go out. I was already down here, but it wouldn't let me. I had to go out and come back in order to do it. So,
yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah, so that's just something I do. I feed the green beans to these guys. I mean, if anybody has never bred bristlenose plecos, that is something that will get them going really, really quick.
Yeah, cool.
And all those plecos you've seen there, I have those available. Usually when we do our auction, and even off times, if anybody's interested in those, just reach out to me. Yeah.
Cool. I've worked retail nurseries too, Tiffany. I used to really enjoy it too. They were a lot of fun. So anyway, yeah, Jeff.
No, I'm here. I'm still here.
Yeah. I don't know about dried milkweed pods. I mean, the milkweed, the sap, I think is toxic. I don't know after it's dried if the fish would go for those or not. You got all that like silky carrier that carries the seeds. I don't know. I'd be a little hesitant myself, but the fish would look like a chia pet.
Okay, see you later. I'm sorry I missed you there when I was doing the feeding. Let's see here.
I think most dried leaves, well-dried leaves, are probably pretty safe. As long as even really well-dried, age-cured. I always heard don't use eucalyptus, and yet I've seen some of my favorite Australian fish keepers using bits of eucalyptus after it's well-dried, so well-cured and soaked maybe for a while. A couple of them have those IBC tubs, those big tubs. Drop them in there and just let them sit in there until they soak and, So I don't know. I wish I had room for those. We're just not in that kind of spot, and we're getting a whole new backyard, and I don't think my wife would want IBCs in the backyard.
Oh, Jody's officially looks like
She's got to go get cleaned up, huh?
Cleaned up.
After she looks like a chia pet.
Thank you, Jody.
Yeah.
Great to see you and have you in here. And thank you again for everything, Jody. You're wonderful. You are.
Yeah, we do have to go. Yeah. Jeff said a hard stop at 2:05 his time.
It's already 2:09.
Yeah.
So anyways, we go ahead and finish up here, guys, and I'll go with the flow. There is Richard Reynolds.
Yeah, Richard popped in a little while ago. So
I just don't.
Anything in the poison suit, all right, yeah. So what is that? Rhus, R-H-U-S, Richard, do you know? Bye, Shirley.
Oh, dried magnolia leaves in bath terrariums and tubs.
Yeah, why not? I've got a bottle tree outside. It's brachychiton. When the leaves are dried completely, I just grab them and I rinse the dirt off. That's about all I do. And banana leaves, bird of paradise leaves. The bananas and bird of paradise, they get really slimy real fast. And what Jim was talking about, the bioslime that forms on the matin filters he was showing us, that bioslime on the leaves, those guys back there, the royal whiptails, they love that bioslime. And I think that's what helped me keep them live. Fair enough, Richard, thanks. So yeah, oak leaves, make sure they're really well dried. I think that's the only big thing. So stop talking. Okay, we got to go. She's going to have an intervention. So yep.
Well, we're going to go ahead and finish up, and
yeah,
you guys take it easy. Thanks very much, and thank you, Dr. Ted, if you're still out there. Thank you for that, and
very much so. Yeah,
everybody's laughing at. Yeah, thanks, Shirley. So thank you, Ron, and we got tomorrow on Garage Aquatics.
Yep.
At
30 Pacific.
3:30 Eastern Standard Time, or no, 4:30.
Yeah, 4:30 Eastern
Standard Time. So it's 1:30 your time on the West Coast.
Yep. Thanks, Ed. You too.
So thank you all, and I had a great time. What a great
that was fun. That was a good stream.
Those green beans, you got to see these guys. They're just scrambling around.
Yeah. Well, I saw them how fast they moved in. We're still talking, Shirley. Sorry.
That was fun. Okay. So, anyways, guys, much love.
Yep.
Have a great morning, afternoon, or night,
yeah,
depending on where you're at. And we'll see you next time.
Yep. Thanks for looking.
Yep.